So here's the continuation of my previous video on the pre-enrollment procedure for incoming first grade elementary school kids. So as I have mentioned in my first video, one of the important things that you need to confirm before leaving the elementary school where you had the pre-enrollment health check or medical examination of your kid is an envelope that contains important documents for the other procedures or for the other documents that you need to accomplish and you need to submit. So I have here the envelope from the school, from the elementary school. Written on the envelope are the list of documents that are found inside it. So these are really important documents that you need to accomplish, and some of them you need to submit before the deadline. So let's take a look on what these documents are. Thank you much. Okay, first up, we have the entrance setsumekai or orientation. So what we have here in the document is the schedule of the orientation for incoming first grade kids or first grade students. That's going to be towards the end of January, and it's from 3 p.m. Basically, it's about the entrance ceremony, which happens sometime in April. Usually, it's a few days after the opening of the school year. So it really is a big ceremony for incoming elementary school kids. And both parents usually attend. And then, I'm gonna be documenting the ceremony. So watch out for another video in the series of enrolling at an elementary school in Japan. So aside from the entrance ceremony, they're gonna also be talking about the life or the seikatsu of elementary school kids in Japan. And then there are other important information here that will be discussed during the setsumekai or the orientation. The next one is the forms or the documents explaining the auto debit of school fees. So in Japan, even if you enroll your child in a public school, there are still fees or school fees that you need to pay monthly. So these are all stipulated. These are all enumerated or listed in the list, in the documents regarding the auto debit or auto deduction of the school fees. So there's a deadline on the submission for this form or the application form for auto debit. So what you need are the following. Of course, there's an application form. I already filled out the application form. Naipasa ko na din. Usually, it says in the document, it takes about 2 months to wait for the approval of your application for auto debit. So you need bank account details. What I provided is my Japan Post bank account details. And then there are 3 copies of the application form: blue, green, and the black form. So the black form is your copy. You don't have to send it to the Board of Education. But the blue and the green forms, you have to put them in a special envelope. You don't need to put stamp on it. So just seal the envelope and then drop it in a mailbox or a post box or bring it to the post office, and then you don't have to pay anything. So that's for the school fees. Oh, by the way, for the school fees, you have the option on how you want your fees to be collected. Do you want it to be monthly, every semester, or actually trimester in Japan, or an annual deduction? As for the fees, part also of the set of documents that they gave us is a document containing the schedule of fees for each grade level. So depending on the grade level of the child, the monthly due or monthly payment also differs. So for first grade, actually it's not the cheapest because there are some other things, some other expenses that the kids need to pay for their entrance to the school. Actually, it's the second grade. Sixth grade has the biggest amount because they have a lot of additional things that they do that they need in school. And then, not to mention, they're graduating. So, I mean, graduating from elementary school. So they also need some other processes or procedure or materials at school. So they pay the highest. And then what breakdown of the school fees. So we have there the kyushoku or the school lunch. They have insurance and some miscellaneous fees like the things that they need at school. Like they need art materials or some learning kits. So those are not really free because the kids have to pay for those materials. And then there's also PTA fee that's worth 200 yen. So because PTA or Parents and Teachers Association is really active, very active here in Japan, and they are actually visible in school events or school affairs. So those are the documents regarding the auto debit or direct debit of school expenses. And then they also gave us this document. Actually, this is for like financial assistance from the Public School Teachers Association of the city for those incoming first grade elementary school kids who belong to the welfare group, or parang in the Philippines parang sa 4Ps yata yun. So those kids who are from families who don't pay, who are exempted from paying some taxes or some some government dues. So the Association of Public School Teachers in the city also sponsor or give sponsorship to kids who come from those welfare families. Of course, it's in Japanese. So I went online and then tried to, open the page, the web page, using Google Translate in order for me to understand everything that's in there. So I found out that I'm exempted. We are not covered by this assistance because we are paying our taxes, I mean residence taxes. Kasi it depends on the on the income of the family. So we're exempted from that. We're not gonna apply for this. So I still have the form here with me. Next up is the form about PE uniforms and other stuff. So there's an order form that they gave us. Dito, what are the PE uniforms or PE garments, PE stuff that they need to buy prior to the entrance or the start of the school year. So one is their t-shirts. Actually, it's a short sleeve t-shirt. So depende dun sa size of the t-shirt, the price also differs. So from 100, size 120, 130, 140, 150, and then small, medium, and large. Ayun. So, are you curious as to how much this one is? One t-shirt? Just one piece of t-shirt is about from 2,500 plus yen to 2,800 plus yen. So, the smallest size is 2.5, and then the largest is 2.8. And then you're just gonna write there how many pieces you'd like to order, and then the total, subtotal. And then another one is the quarter pants, not the long pants, but quarter pants. So it ranges from 1,900 to 2,200 yen. And then another one is the indoor shoes. Now, very famous then in Japanese schools because there are some rooms in the school that they have to take off their outdoor shoes and then they have to put on their indoor shoes. Usually, this is white indoor shoes. Parang I saw also from the department store, parang it's the same as the ballet shoes. So for all sizes, it's only 1,200 yen. So just right here how many, the size of the indoor shoes that you'd like to order, and then how many pairs, and then the subtotal. And then the last one is the aka and shiroi boshi. Another interesting feature also of elementary school kids is that they have their boshi or their cap. So it's reversible, so they can have red or white on the on either side. So for that shiroi and akaboshi, or the red and white and red cap, that's worth 640 yen. So the school doesn't directly collect fees for these PE uniforms or PE stuff. So there is a third party, a private company that administers the collection and selling of these materials. So, oh, by the way, the collection of the school fees is not also handled by the school. So it is handled, or it is submitted to the local board of education. I mean, city or municipal board of education, and then it's them who manage the collection or the deduction of those school fees. So it's not the school. And then another document is again from a third party, a private company. They also have what they call sansu setto and the odogubako. So sansu set, so it's arithmetic. Directly translated, sansu is arithmetic or math set. So they have materials. They have several items in their sansu set. So that's the sansu set. And then the odogubako is odogubako. The odogubako is you know, this is the box that the kids put under their desks. So they can put their other things in there, like extra pens or pencils or rulers, glue, and then some flashcards or cards in there. So they can just put those things under their desks. So on one side they have their odogubako, and then the other side they can put their textbooks, their notebooks, like that, and some other stuff. When they arrive to school, they can take out all the things from their randoseru and then put them under their desks. So that's odogubaku and sanso set. So again, for this, a third party supplier is also involved in this, in the collection and in the selling of this. So you just have to, you know, order online from the website of the supplier. And then the next one is their after school application form. I mean, after school childcare or club application form. So they have several sheets. So for the after school or club application form, it is also common in Japan because schools usually end as early as 3:30 or 2:30 even for elementary school. So after school, most kids go to their after school childcare, or what they call jidokan, where they can do their homework. They also do crafts. They also do lessons. And then the jidokan accepts as young as first grade to as old as sixth grade. Though there are also some jidokan or after-school facilities that accept only up to third grade or fourth grade. So yeah, it depends on the after-school facility that's near the school of your child. So what you do here is contact the facility that you wish your child to go to, and then ask for the requirements. Usually, you can also find the documents from the website of the city, but it's better if you visit the school, the facility first, so that you can talk to the principal or the administrator and you know, teachers, and directly ask them what you need to prepare for the enrollment of your child to that after-school facility. Oh, by the way, the after-school facility application is not compulsory. Like, for example, you have someone, an adult, to take care of your child when they get home early from school. It's fine. You don't have to enroll them in there. But if you and your spouse are both working, it is recommended that you enroll your child to an after-school facility. So I went to the nearest after-school facility near our house and near Shinichi's school. I mean, elementary school. So it's one block away from our house and from his school. And then I asked there directly, what if the child doesn't understand Japanese yet, doesn't speak Japanese yet, and then he's too young, like first grade elementary school. And then the staff at the facility said during their first few months, the homeroom teachers or the elementary school teachers walk with the children, with the kids to the after school facility until such time that the kids already can manage to, go by themselves, or they can go with friends, or, with older kids to the school facilities. I mean, to the after school facilities. So it's kind of relief on my part to learn about it. So I recommend that you visit personally the after school facility where you wish to enroll your child to. Make sure that you also take note of their deadlines of submission of applications, because they only accept applications for a short period, like 1 month or 5 weeks. So you have to inquire as early as October or November. And then the next document that's in the envelope from the school is the announcement or the document about the open school. So the open school activity for incoming first grade elementary school kids is for them to see what the elementary kids do in their daily lives. So usually it's scheduled also in January before the orientation. So the parents and then the incoming first grade students or first grade elementary school kids need to attend the open school. So yun. So those are the documents that are part of the pre-enrollment kit from the elementary school after the pre-enrollment medical examination. So again, watch out for my other videos in continuation to the series of pre-enrollment or enrollment to elementary schools in Japan. So that's all for this video. I'll see you again next time.